Hello, y'all. It's Blaze Rave, and I'm here right now with another video. Um, this video will be kind of different. It's to actually provide some tips and some tricks on how to actually play Honkai. And it's just people who's just newbies or just starting out. I can understand like pretty much the actual understanding of Honkai and how it can be very confusing, main menus and all that, and who to go for. What's the latest meta right now? Which Valkyrie is pretty much just going to carry your whole team or carry your account throughout the whole entirety of the game, because that's all we all want, right? Well, I'm here to actually provide that. And here's the thing: you might, for top players or me, I used to play Honkai like years ago, but I kind of just disbanded Honkai for a bit, just a little bit of history of me and my knowledge of Honkai. So I can just say I'm kind of a pro. Know about Honkai, know how it can go. Um, but anyway, let's go ahead and see what is the first thing to do when you're starting level 1. The first thing I provide would be to just go ahead and go to the just do the tutorial, what they ask you to do, and just continue doing story until you hit like probably chapter 3 or 4. Once you hit chapter 3, or you can no longer go ahead and do more story because you'll be level locked, then pretty much start doing open world, start doing chronicles. And if you want to level up your Valks stuff, I forgot to tell you about that, but to level up your Valks and how to do all that, um you have to level up this, which would be your actual captain's level. Your captain level determines like how strong your account is, really. So if you're level 63, then all my Valks level cap is at level 63, so on and so forth. But first tip I provide is just getting up your actual level up to at least level 30. From there, you can just go ahead and take the slow way out and just go ahead and take your time with Honkai. The second thing I will provide is save crystals, please. In Honkai, getting crystals here is the rate of how you get crystals is insane, but how can I say um the amount difference from other gacha games is very different. So for example, in Honkai, um which a lot of gacha games does this, and I'm kind of comparing gacha game to how Honkai is, because Honkai is a gacha game, but how the way they want you to save certain things and save certain uh resources to get different things to help you progress through the content of the game is what the game does. It'll one of the very important factors is not just only crystals but also coins too. I right now have 15k crystals, but however the progression to get up to 0 to 15k is tremendously large. Let's say for example I was doing story, right? I'm gonna just go ahead and let's say I'm probably level level 40 or something, right? And I'm at like Babylon's Prisoner. This chapter 6. Um, you can basically clear stage, and clearing a full stage will give you 15 crystals, at least 5. It will always be 5 crystals, always. I don't care. The special times though, and occasions like during events or during like very hard challenges, they'll actually increase them out to 30 or sometimes up to 50, depending on what you are doing. Um, However, the same amount is going to be the same amount, 5. So you get 15 crystals after clearing the stage in story mode, and anything advanced too. Um, and here's the important thing: how to raise your crystals, and how to actually save them. They are very, very generous with crystals, YoYo. Um, but they want you to save. They desperately want you to save. um, And this is how you can gain crystals quickly, is really Drew's story, and also finishing all challenges in each part of the chapter. Because once you do that, like do get a 12 out of 12 star on that one specific part in the chapter, you can get up to 30 crystals. So if this is like, this is chapter 6. Chapter 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I really think about it, 3, 6, 9, 12. So I got 112 crystals just doing that. Pretty much that will add up really fast. Think about it. If there was times I would tell people or even say to myself, is that okay, thank you, Rita. Thank you very much. But I would just say, like, to go ahead and just start to save, start to discipline yourself into getting crystals, because there's a lot of Valkyries that people are trying to figure, like, is this Valkyrie good? Is this Valkyrie awesome? Is this Valkyrie sucks? Is this Valkyrie provides support, or is it DPS? Who's the best DPS Valkyrie? Who's the best elemental DPS Valkyrie? There's so many things that people are, like, a lot of newbies, beginners, I see the same question over and over again. And I would just say this: if you're saving why would you save crystals? Really, right now there's a thread going on, and this thread is really, really popular, and a lot of people know that this is a must-have in your account. And I'm gonna also provide some other tips about that too, such as what you need to have in your account, or what's best to invest on very early in the game, so you don't have to regret it late game. So not only save crystals, but also grind out Valkyries. You can always save crystals by doing other methods than just pulling for Valkyries. Really, Valkyries I would provide on early game would be Darkbow Joining. Darkbow Joining use Chakra is very, very good, especially like right now. I still have her as my main Thunder DPS. She's Elemental DPS, and in this term in line, Elemental DPS, it's like right now stupidly good. It's very, very good, in fact, especially with the new releases of Valkyries that has been that Mihoyo has been coming up with. They just been pulling out like fat loads of elemental DPS Valkyries left to right. But Dark Journey is like a very good Thunder DPS Valk, your very first DPS if in general you don't have no good DPS. She's easy to get. She's very, very good. You can go ahead and I can actually show you how to even get her. You just go to supplies and then go to shop. And once you go to shop, you can go ahead and go to not War Treasury. I will talk more about that, but Battle Ossuary. I'm sorry, I butchered up that. My bad. But pretty much, this is very much Darkbow Journey. You can get her very easily just by doing this weekly. You can get her weekly on the first time, I think. No, not on the first time, but I think like pretty much the first time you get this open, and even by then, once you get this open, you probably will have her by then, because there is such a thing as the beginning shop, or beginning a beginning head start Mihoyo gives you in every beginner account, which will be in the bottom right here. And pretty much they'll give you some really, really good stuff. You have to just complete missions, and it's very easy with the missions. I wish I could just show you, but pretty much I don't. And not only that, it's very time consuming. But once you invest your time into it, you will see the results and how good it is to you. It'll give you pretty much a free 4-star weapon of your choice, a free S-rank Valkyrie of your choice, and pretty much stuff that will add you down the line. If you don't got Darkbow Joining, then pretty much they will also provide you automatically, and I mean really, Swallowtail, Platinum, or Seal. And in English, she is one of, if not still to this day. Good DPS, physical DPS of Valk. She's a quantum type, means she's, if I would put this in terms, she's a light. She in every single RPG or like, saying gotcha, there's always elements, and pretty much quantum in this game is pretty much the light element in this game. It doesn't affiliate with any other type, and I will talk more about other what other types is. But right now, I'm gonna just talk about this Valkyrie. Swallowtail Phantasm is pretty much, if not going to be your beginning Valkyrie for DPS. And I would just say this is that when you are going ahead and leveling up Valkyries and just going ahead and working out with them, I would just tell you right now is that follow the rules, follow what that beginning starter kit will give you in terms of missions, because once you do, your account will just end up a lot better. A lot of things I would also provide too is that you just need to be also knowing which playstyle you like the best of each Valkyrie. Another thing would be I'm trying to look events. Okay, so with events, best to always look at this daily, please. You will never know what you might miss. Like, even for me, I just missed something that I should have had went into. Yep, I missed it. So, pretty much, what did I miss? Yep, I did. So, something to say. Events, always come back here. Just do it, like, always. Don't skip on these. These will give you little awards. Yeah, it's like 15 crystals, doing this, just by clearing a trial stage or either collapse once. That's just pretty much how do I go there. Well, you can just press go and it will automatically trut you there. It will just pull you there and stuff like that. There's shops that's there. There's just so many things you can do. And I tell people this, like, just go and look at it, see what is open. Do missions. Once you start doing missions and more things, you don't have to worry about progression. Because events will actually help you with materials and help you with crystals way more than what you may think. These are little things that me, when I first started out as a captain of the of Honkai, just missed out on, and I didn't realize how big and beneficial these type of events were, or bonuses I get just by playing through the game, and how much it will benefit you as a player if you just do it. Another thing to know, as you start to progress through the game, you start to notice that there's a lot of Valks and stuff, and that you're trying to pick a specific Valk or someone that you really just want as your main DPS during a team. I would suggest going here. Later on, this will be very useful, and this will be very simplified for you once you start using it more. But pretty much, this is the sort feature, which is pretty much what this is. What it says, it sorts out any type of Valk you're looking for. So, like, for example, I want like the best Thunder DPS Valk, and I know that who that is, and that's Mobius. I could just go ahead and go straight to Mobius, because let's say I'm looking around for her, which I don't have her a lot because I'm saving for this Valkyrie, which is Kiana Tesla, Flame Scion, which I'm not gonna say like anything else about her. But let's say, for example, I don't see her, it's here, and she's here at the very end. Very irritating, right? That every time you try to set up a team, you gotta go all the way to the right to get her. But what if you just do this? Go to sort, go to Mobius, and then that's it. It will sort her out. This feature, people overlook a lot. Do not overlook this. It will be very much time efficiency and time saving to you if you just go ahead and just go here and just look around on which Valkyrie you want. If you want a quantum type, sealed is your favorite one, because she's quantum physically, like just everywhere. Just all her battle suits are quantum. If I want to go ahead and look for a Kiana battle suit, or I'm trying to look for like Flay Scion, then I do this Kiana, then just fire damage. Boom, got her, because she focused on fire damage with that. If I'm trying to look for something like Impale or something like that, right? Or something to break down defense or debuffs, then I know who. Then they'll give me the Valk that does that. And also look at these certain things. It'll help you out. Look at Impale, look at Bursting, look at Time Mastery. It's very useful for these things to actually come into account, and actually for you to come into Honkai and getting this knowledge right now than later, because this will help you a lot. Another note to provide, which would be Stematas and pretty much weapons. A lot of people don't get this, but when you Stematas is pretty much, if not one of the most important things here in the game. Why is that? With Stematas, they actually do a lot of support for you. They'll just help you out a lot. And it's better to read the description than just equip it on a random Valk, please. If you don't know what Valk to put, excuse me, let me say that again. If you don't know what stigmata to put on that Valk, then you can go up here to recommendations. Up here to recommendations will actually give you a total listing of what's recommended for that character, for that particular type of Valkyrie, or that battle suit for that Valkyrie. So like, for example, this is pretty much Divine Prayer. Divine Prayer pretty much is a support type Valkyrie. And this is Kiana's support back, elemental support back in the day. But even though she still is old, outdated, she still get used a couple times. But pretty much, there is a lot of things you can just do, like, for beginners. And this is what Hoyo did later on the day that Honkai was out, was that they started working on certain things, like giving recommendations to certain Valks, so you don't have to struggle. Because back in the day, let me tell you, like, this was a struggle trying to figure out which stigmata goes to which Valkyrie and which one's the best output for each Valkyrie. For beginners, it will be these weapons. All these are free to play. Economics, this is free to play. And then you got your master, which is not free to play friendly. In fact, it's very much gacha related slash pro friendly. It is very, very much like time consuming to get these items. But this is like the best one for that particular battle suit of that Valkyrie. It'll give you also information too. You go to recommendations, and it will give you not only the equipment and like what's requirement and stuff like that, but also it gives you like what is the equipment for this type of content. If I bring this Valkyrie in Memorial Arena, then it would pretty much show you like what equipment to do. Well, by Abyss same way. But here's the thing, 90% of the time you're gonna see this in Master and Memorial Arena and Abyss, because Memorial Arena and Abyss has a lot of difficulty challenging into it, and it's complicated. I'll go for another video about that. But Sinistry, I would just say, look at the Sinistry, look at equipment, and look at the profile of the actual Valkyrie you're trying to get, or you're trying to go ahead and figure out. Because at this point, you want to know what this Valkyrie does and how to actually use them in the actual team compensation. My bad. In a team composition, it is pretty much effective for you to just go ahead and look at which Valk does which. Trust me, you'll save a lot of time than just trying out a Valkyrie and see what they do in battle and rinse and repeat. It is very much beneficial for you to read this stuff and look at the parameters of the actual Valk. That will actually give you a lot. It gives you a simplified version of what that Valk role is. Synergy. This is like where team compositions come in. Team compositions is very important, because if you don't know your team compositions, you can actually make a lot of bad mistakes. And that was one of my biggest mistakes I did when I actually started playing Honkai was that I didn't appreciate more into team composition, how team composition will work together and make your actual life in Honkai way easier than what it should be.
お散歩にふさわしいお天気ですね。ご機
Uh,
嫌どうですか？
another tip I
館長さん。
provide: always do events. Always do events right here, but also do like the actual events. Like they actually have like limited time events, and I will highly recommend it. Right now, we have this event called the actual Valkyrie Cafeteria. This Valkyrie Cafeteria provides a lot of things, if not some of the things that a lot of newbies really need. And they will give you a thorough explanation of how to do it. And only that, events will give you a lot of crystals, by the way. By this time, Valkyrie Cafeteria, this will give you 300 crystals. That's a lot of crystals just doing an event. And then that doesn't account to like the events requirements, just doing these certain things. And once you like do certain things such as getting crystals and start to know what to do with them crystals and how to store them up, you'll have an easier time compared to a person that just goes and blows their actual crystals on gotchas that is not even worth doing. Another tip to provide: don't go here to Dome Supply and start dropping crystals. The game will provide you a lot of vouchers, Dome vouchers for you to drop on the Dorm Supply. I would highly recommend, if not, just to go ahead and drop supplies on them and drop at least 4,000 crystals after you're done just getting vouchers. And even then, I would highly not recommend even dropping any crystals at all. 4,000 if you're running out of time, because there's a time limit actually on the supply, on the beginning head start event they give you when you first start into the game. And that's pretty much like a month, but you can get everything in a month. However, it, it's a lot. Like in phase, there's 10 phases, or I would say 10 10 reward batches they give you, but on the 10th one, that is mainly like mid to late game players can do that, and they expect you to not do that, but don't worry, that's normal, that's fine. But I would highly recommend getting all vouchers. Log in daily when you're starting out. They'll just give you vouchers out the blue. I kid you not. I think in a like max 30 to 40 vouchers. um there's S ranks. They will give you S rank Valkyries like very easily from the very get go, which is a godsend, because back in the day you could not get like getting an S rank Valkyrie was just hard, as just it was just so much pressure. But now they made it to the point where it's so much easier to get about an S rank Valkyrie. But I would also say is that to just save up, save up, save up, save up, because um it'll help you out a lot. Don't go to dorm supply, please, for the love of God. Don't go to dorm supply. And I'll take it back. Don't even use any crystals on dorm supply when you first start out, because a lot of players does that. And I've seen it, and it's sad. It's very sad seeing people do that a lot. Just out the blue, go ahead and legit don't even care. Just automatically use it for whatever reason. Event supplies. Event supplies is very much good, but I would say this is that um the best ones you would get would be a SP supply and pretty much an expansion supply. Go and aim for those, because expansion supply will guarantee you at least a Valkyrie or a part of a weapon or Semata for that actual Valkyrie that's on the banner, for a certain amount of drops. So yes, you can pity the actual Valkyrie if you want. Valkyries are pretty much going to be your number one priority always when you are starting out in the game. Currently, right now, the Valkyrie you're seeing is Mobius, which is pretty much going to be the very most best Thunder Valkyrie in this game. She is meta, she is tier. If you want to go ahead and try pulling, this is now the time. From this day that this video was announce or even pull up on YouTube is very much now here. This banner is up here right now. So don't miss it if you really want her. If you want to start out with something strong, she's very much good for you. But there's also other stuff I will recommend as well. Her shirt of sentence is very, very much a good Valk, and you will understand what I mean what by Valks and by strengths. I will go into a deeper video with that. But also just look at the equipment of the Valk. Know that um getting equipment and getting like stigmatas can be a given, it can be a blessing or a curse. And what I mean by that is that um stigmatas are stupidly equipment, but also weapons for that Valk. Um Valks, you can pity Valks in 100 drops. But here's the thing that's awesome about MiHoYo and they pull count. If you have played Genshin. Genshin is very, very generous with its pull count, where pretty much if you didn't got a Valk in that actual setting of the game or anything of that nature, right? Like let's say for example, oh I didn't got Mobius in like 90 pulls, right? And will count your pulls and your drops, and the banner ends. Them 90 drops you did to try to pity her will go and transfer to the next Valkyrie. I'm serious. This is what Honkai does, and they knew that this would be a blessing to the player base. A lot of gotchas don't do this, and I would just suggest just like pull. Like honestly, pull for a Valk that you really want. And if you don't get that Valk, don't even stress about it. This game is very forgiving with pulls. You can actually pull for, let's say, when they say S rank or guarantee, they mean her. So if you got the S rank Valkyrie, you're good. And here's the fantastic part about Honkai that people don't know is that you can get, let's say, you can look it up at what Valk is in the rate up. And pretty much your 8 Valkyries. And the great thing about this is that there is only one S Valkyrie. So it's a guaranteed 100% once you get an S rank Valkyrie is that from the banner. You don't have to worry about anything else or how certain things you're supposed to do. I'm kid you not. The Valkyries are very important as well as the equipment and stigmatas. But I would, if you want to go deeper into like, oh, what does this Valkyrie do? You can just press on the portrait and just look at what they do, what weapons they're, how they synergize very well. That is a very good team comp. I looked at that and it will stay true. This ain't phony stuff. These people who MiHoYo know their characters. They know what Valk and what they will synergize with. So this is one of the best ones you would actually have as DPS wise. If you want to make her just stupidly DPS, then she's the best. Them team comps are best for you. Same with equipment. However, equipment is forgiving, and how I said it is because it's half times the drop from a battle suit. Battle suit is 100% guaranteed from using by doing 10 pulls. So pretty much 100 pulls. Here it's by just doing 5 10 pulls and you just get any of these choices. And then we'll continue going on. So 5 10 50 20. So to get the actual full set of a Valkyrie, you need to do 20 10 pulls to actually do this. By that time, it can be whatever available you may think. And I forgot to tell you, expansion supplies actually last for like a whole month. That's what it is. Focus supplies, I wouldn't even recommend this. Focus supplies are very much second. Expansion supplies first. I don't care. Event supplies, if you get an SP supply and you're looking for getting one, it's awesome because pretty much it'll give you it will halve the amount of crystals you have. What I mean by that is let's say you pull 10, right? And you did 10 pulls. Pretty much it will give you 5 vouchers for this actual supply. So it will actually half the amounts of crystals you would use. Let's say, for example, if you did it for like 20 pulls, right? You did 20 pulls, you get another 5, that's 10 pulls. You can do a 10 pull right over here and saving 28,000 crystals. You're pretty much is guaranteeing you a lot of saving while at the same time trying to get Valk equipment, a specific Valk equipment. If you don't know what this Valk weapon is, you can go right here, go up here, and go to source, right? But also, if you go to the Valk, this is why it's better to know equipment and stuff, and go to Thunderkaku, right? If I go to Thunderkaku, or let's say I look at the weapon, it will say what's best on, and it will tell you who to have it best on. Sometimes some of these weapons are outdated, so they don't update what it is, which can be very confusing. But relax, just bear with it. These will be best on White Comet. White Comet's your very first Valkyrie you will get in the game. And Divine Prayer. Divine Prayer is very much suitable for this weapon. So like I said, once you start realizing like which weapon goes to who, then things will start to get a lot more easier in your way. Armadas. Go and get into Armada, please. It may seem like a lot, but trust me, it will get you into a very good situation. You don't have to worry about stuff. You can do commissions. Commissions is pretty much like, oh, I want something from out of one of y'all members in the Armada. They will give it to you, guarantee you on that. Warehouse. Warehouse is that if you want to post something here, or you want to just go ahead and give something away, then you can. Contribution comes in a very much good way. This is where you can get your weekly crystals as well. A lot of this will come in the play once you start to notice what this is. Armada shop, this is very good if you're like saving for Armada points. Armada points, how you get them is by just doing sim battles or pretty much contributions. Contributions, it's just like I said, doing stuff for the actual Armada. Like sim battles are one of the best things you can do for Armada. Doing missions for Armadas, doing dailies will actually help your Armada too. Like there's so much stuff you can do. BP, battle passes. This is very very important if you want to go ahead and get like a lot of bonuses. Always do this daily. Just always. I will say to people is to at least get like one level out of a day, please. Because if you think about this lasts about a whole month. If you really think about it, this is what I would say. Like at least get like a day in level up like in one day or something like that. Or if you want, you can just go ahead and just do a daily thing, go to it, does it, and it will tell you how much BP you will get just by completing that weekly daily event that you're doing that day. So there's that. Always go to material events. Material events will save you a lot of money, a lot of coins, a lot of stuff that you really need. And here's one fantastic thing that Honkai just recently put in, which would be the Quit Like event. The Quick Like, yeah, my bad. But the Quick Like feature. Quick Like, what it does is that I can't do it because I did it already during this day. But let's say, for example, all this was pretty much full, or I didn't do any of this. You could just wake up, boom, go up to attack, go to material events, press this, and it will give you how much stamina is needed to do all these events, and it will auto grind for you. Once you do that, you're good. And here's the thing, is that stamina, very good, but also very wisely to use. You just need to use stamina very wisely. Dorms. What is dorms? Dorms is very much like this game feature of economy, or pretty much just, hey, I want to make my own room, I'll just do this and do that. But also at the same time, it will help you out a lot on how to actually get these to get some bonuses in, and to actually help you out in the game too. If you're trying to like run a event, or let's say for example, like this happened to me plenty times where um a event happens and they have a daily thing, and I'm out of stamina. However, what Dome does, and this is what is the important thing about Dorm, um, you can go here, and over time, let's say, um, this will only happen when your stamina is full. When your stamina is full and you're not doing much, which will happen a lot later on in the game, um, you will have a damn reserve stamina that will be replenished, will be reserved here to the tank. When it's been reserved here to the tank, you can actually go ahead and use it out of your will. You can even use it right now. I can use it right now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to use that for emergencies. Let's say, for example, I got like 15 minutes ago, and 15 minutes to go before this event ends or this daily request ends, right? And then let's say my stamina is like around 10, and I can't run it all through and stuff like that. But yet I got 100 stamina storage in Dorm. I can just grab it and just get it
お
real
散歩
quick
に
and
ふ
just
さわ
start
しいお
doing
天
the
気ですね。
events.
一緒に
Everything,
どうですか
everything that
館長様。
okay, yeah, we get it, we get it, we get it. But like I said, everything that you do will um will connect with each other. And this is why I am right now telling y'all this. Just go and do it. Just grind on your dailies. Check out your Valkyries. Grind on certain equipment. Um, as you start to progress through the game around, I think, level 40, 45, you start to unlock Universal Mirage. Universal Mirage is a very important um, place to go to if you're trying to upgrade your Valkyrie's equipment and you got sick of 4-star weapons, you want to go to 5-star weapons. No, not 5-star weapons, my bad, but pretty much, let's just see. Let's just say, oh, um, what was that weapon I had? I had a weapon here, and it's pretty much it's
こ
very
れじゃ
free
バル
to
キリー
play.
メイ。私の出番です。作戦会議を
Let's
しま
just
しょう。
say I have for like what? Oh, right here, like this weapon right here. This weapon, Max Storm, is pretty much grindable. In the in this event, Universal Mirage, and pretty much how does this work is that with Universal Mirage, you can just go ahead and just finish some floors. Floor 2 I highly recommend if you're just starting out, just so you don't destroy yourself and like what to do and everything. And it's the cheapest to cost for extra costs for passing. You will understand what I mean by all of this soon, but um this actual thing, the best thing about this is that this doesn't use your actual stamina, but this will actually use tickets to actually compensate on how many runs you can do a day. So, well, pretty much not a day, but how many days you can do. And what I mean is this: it's 6 out of 6. So if I did 6 out of 6, that means 6 runs. Right now it's 4 out of 6, so I can do 4 out of these 6 runs today. But here's the thing: you get a ticket every 24 hours. So I would suggest, like, if you want to go ahead and get a weapon from the very start or from the very get-go, go ahead, take floor 2 to actually get a starting weapon or something for a Valk or intermetro Valk or something like that you're starting out. Finish this. Just finish this floor. Stay on this floor for a bit, and just get the bonus rewards from this. Trust me, what I mean by that is that, let's say, for example, I finish this, right? they'll give you a clear reward or a Mirage Horde reward. When you actually finish the event, it will give you these two choices. Mirage Horde rewards are pretty much like, oh, I want to get greedy, but it'd be the extra cost of, let's say, these passes, the time scroll pass. Time scroll pass is very important because you can use these to speed up your progression on how to get weapons, or your progression on crafting certain Armadas. This is what I would suggest. This is all about what Honkai is. It's just managing your equipment and knowing what to bring the actual into the actual game, in terms of trying to figure out what you want, how to get in, what to get. Um, and um, I think that's all I can provide right now. Oh, elves. Uh, I'm not gonna get into it, but pretty much elves are pretty much like your little supporties, but very major in the actual gameplay aspect of Honkai. And I think, oh, Foundry, go always to Foundry, please grind. That's how I mean. Go to Universal Mirage, and then just go to Foundry. You can even go to Foundry through the Universal Mirage of what you just saw by just looking here. You go down here, you will actually see it, Foundry. There's that. Abyss or cute Sin Girls is I don't like that. Oh, you are. Sorry about that. I didn't check out on what happened to my actual ranking, but pretty much you will understand what I mean by Abyss. Abyss, you can get crystals. Abyss, if y'all is Genshin players, then this will feel similar of what it is. Um, and this is how you get actual like crystals, like big amounts of crystals, is through Abyss. Um, and events, just go down here. If you don't know where the event is, which it will literally most time, or 9 out of 10 chance, will be always right here on the right side of the attack button. It will always have that symbol of the event. But if you just like, oh, I don't want to do that, then you just go down here and just press look at where the event is, or in fact it will give you all the events of what's currently happening at this moment, and you will be good to go. Technics class, there's something about that I would say. If you want to know a Valkyrie or how they play, then go over here. This is a very new option that they just provide MiHoYo in this game that's very, very good. So I would highly recommend going into it. If you got a new Valkyrie, or you want to aim for a Valkyrie that you really want, then just try out the playstyle and teach you how to actually do it. And one last thing, I totally forgot this. I don't know why I forgot about this. This is a very important aspect, but if I go over to, if I think it is what I think it is, not profile, not count, but there is something here I remember very specifically. Not team list, not friends. Where is it? Achievements collection support. I think database website. Let me see. Oh, okay. I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. It'll be a second. I'm gonna cut this until I find it. So I have found what I was looking for. It would be right over here in missions. Go to story. Story is very important because it will try to give you requirements. Follow the requirements, and you get rewards, fragments, and pretty much a lot of experience. If you want, I also forgot to mention, just a little side note, just parenthesis note. XOX. Go to expeditions. When you go to story and you just want to level up, go to expedition. Expedition, playing through the level the first time and completing it will give you a bunch of EXP. I kid you not. Captain EXP around here is just glorious. They will give you a bunch and you will level up fast. I will tell you that right now, and I will not lie to you. There's that. Go to story. when you go to story, you'll get fragments and crystals, actually, in fact, just by doing these. So this is another way how you can get crystals and storage them up and save them. Challenges. This is very important. Because this is where you can get a lot of awards and a lot of fragments for Valkyries. I kid you not. Ultimate evasion, combo attack, just simple stuff. Once you just do something simple like this, they'll just give you experience as well, and then they'll actually provide you more, if not just freeze them out of sets that's free, and that's just like budget bills, but very good for when you start it out. And then there's the all new challenges ones, which will provide you a lot, and I mean a lot of just vouching and just other things as well. You will love this if you actually complete this all. I have not even started on this because I really don't need it, but if I want something like bonuses and stuff like that, then I can go ahead and do it. And S rank valves and SS double rank valves and all that, it all comes to play of what you want. I highly recommend just doing this as a beginner. For me, I can do this and get something a little bit of bonus extra for me since I'm level 60 and all. But I would just highly recommend doing that first, just to get that out the way and to actually get a very good head start. Chronicles. Totally forgot about this. Chronicles. Go and do this. Please, for the love of God, do it, do it, do it. This will help you. People overlook this. Chronicles, it gives you crystals like crazy too. And not only that, they give you bonuses for rewards as well, and weapons that you might need. And then the thing is about this is that you can get these certain things, and this will hold you out a lot on Valks and stuff of that nature. And plus, the portrait on that actual banner of the chapters, right? They will give you it will give you the actual character of that Valk that you're using in that story mode. Um, so for example, the first one, Tiara, yeah, or as we call it, Tari. She is. If I can get her. Where is she? Right here. Right? And lightning. Boom. Getting her. It's just that easy. You'll get her on the first go. You complete all the crimes and chronicles. Himiko, very much the same way. And they'll just provide you a lot of frags if you want to S rank her, or you already got her, but you want to S rank her and stuff. Same applies here. You can get Valkyrie Trumps, like any that is promoting, you will get. So, for example, these, you'll know like which Valk you can get just based on just looking at down here on the very left side of the actual chapter, what Valk they will make you use or get you to use. Dilemma, Dreamland, Calent. There's just so much stuff you can get out of here that it's just awesome. I would highly recommend going ahead and just giving it a shot and get what you need for this. And plus, they will provide a lot of backstory into the individual characters if you want to know, like, why does this character act this way, or who is this character's origin. Chronicles will provide that a lot. And I think I am done. Oh god, there's so much stuff. We'll talk about that later. Co-op ways, do them. They're very good and provide a lot of crystals, stuff that you need, just in an extra weapon or two you want to. And I am tired. This has been recording for almost an hour now. Explaining how stuff works and in individual things. Just like I said, look at which Valk is good, look at which Valk is bad. Which I will provide that to like pretty much very soon on the second video about Valks. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. This is like very, very, very much a long recording. And this is just to get a lot of the stuff out the way, involving like hints and stuff and what to do. Um, I'm just making sure I have everything. No, no, no. I totally forgot one thing. Huh. Plans. Use these. They will save you a lot. Trust me. If you go over here and pretty much you have a plan. Plans is pretty much like a set of equipment and stimulus you can set for that Valkyrie. Just so if you want to switch back to that Valkyrie for this specific content, you can. Like for example, let's say, oh, I'm trying to do this plan, edit it. Um, I'm just giving you an example because she's intermenstrual, so I need something that is intermenstrual, right? So if I do that, and I can customize the main just so I doesn't confuse myself. So let's say element, then you can just do that, and you can just say use plan. From that point on, that Valkyrie is set, and you can do this with different plans. Like, oh, I'm gonna just do this and do that, and you can actually copy plans from certain other individuals that have they Valk already fully guild out, or like a budget build. You can actually copy um a person's actual Valk and like what they do. So like, let's say if I go to friends, right, and I go to Mako, and I just go to like they weapons and stuff like that, right? If I do this, sometimes this will think I can go here, but let's say like you can definitely copy it. I know because I did it before. Um, let's say for example, you go. I think it's like just going to. I'm trying to figure out where it would be, but like I said, like you can go. And I can probably. It'll be probably better to show than to tell you, but it's like, let's say co-op, right? Or even in the chat, right? Like this Honkai is very much a lot of like, if you don't get anything from me from this video, you can go over to chat and ask questions too, and it will give you like what what Valk is good and what Valk is not good. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I think that's just what it is. So plans, use them. They're very good. You can actually heart the Valkyries if you're like, oh, this is my favorite Valk. If you do that, like heart them. Let's say you go into battle, right, or before you do preparation squad. If you do that, heart them. They will always be on the very beginning on the left where you start, where everything starts out. This is very. It's a little feature, but it saves a lot. It saves a lot of your time. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to go into currency too much. I just went to crystals and coins. Coins is very important. Crystals is. Um, Levels already went through. And I think that's just all I would just say to go ahead and provide the information that you need. But I hope this is very much useful. I hope this will be used for y'all. And I'm just gonna call this part one. Part one of this actual, um, just in general, like just part one. Other than that, yeah, we're good. And I would just say right now is just take your time with Honkai. Take your time with the story. This game has a lot of stuff, as you can see, a lot of content. Content that is just dumb. Like, I have not even explained much. This just only scratched the tip of the surface. We still got stuff to say Elysium Realm and Memorial Arena and just deep archives, which this is highly advanced. I would not recommend to captains who just got into level 65 or just got like has like beginning equipment to even try this, especially with character trials. This This right here, these two, do not hit these. I promise you, it's best to hit them once you get like fully gear out Valks or specific, especially for character trials, where you can get once you get like specific characters in your actual account, you have to grind
お散歩にふさ
for.
わしいお天気ですね。
But
一緒にどうですか、
like I
艦
said,
長様。
just go ahead and just like work it out. Honestly, this game is not. It's not pressure. Please don't think this like any other gacha game. Like it's full of pressure and stuff. Like this game has like a choice for you to make it challenging for you or to not. It's just whatever. But I'm giving you provides and tips just to give you a guaranteed shot on how certain things work in this game. Now, and to give you a head start on what to do. But pretty much that's all I have to say. This is Blaze Rave signing out, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Have yourself a very fantastic day with these Valks in Honkai. I'll see you later.